Oh no, where am I? Ah! There I am. Oh god. I fixed it. Welcome! Oh my gosh. It's Saturday. I'm so excited? Question mark? I made some cookies today. Wearing the chalk outline for your murdered self. No! No. That so you could throw things at me. I made some cookies today, but I accidentally used salted butter, so they came out a little salty, but I think I like salt, so they're good. But they have pretzels in them, and white chocolate chips. And ground up pretzels also, like mixed in with the flour. And they're very yummy. But mostly it's been a pretty chill day. I played some Salmon Run earlier, on some Mario Party, and I had some pizza. And while we were sleeping, Jem in their dream was trying to run away from somebody or fend off an assailant or something, so they were running in their sleep and kicking me a whole bunch. So we were both pretty tired this morning. Chill day in Salmon Run doesn't compute. I don't know. It was, I guess Salmon Run is a high energy thing, but at the end of the day, I'm still playing Splatoon and I'm on my couch. So it's not that unchill. Alright. Well, you'll notice a new thing in the stream today. We got a new chat box. It's pretty cool. It makes all of your messages look like little windows. And, I might actually get rid of, like, the chat box, and just have them there. I'll mull it over. But right now, I kind of like what we got going on. You'll also notice, I don't think, there were a couple names on screen that had it, but if you are, like, if you want folks to know your pronouns, if you want folks to know your pronouns and use them, there's actually a Twitch extension that you can get for Chrome that basically edits Twitch chat to show the pronouns of other people who have used this extension. If you are using that, it'll show up in my chat box too. So if you wanted to add them, here is the link to that. You can click through to that link. See, it says on my message box, she, they. If you click through to that and add your Twitch username, you can add your pronouns and it will be in my chat as well. So everyone can refer to each other with the right pronouns. I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, let's get started. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. My name is Kat. I'm a VTuber. I'm a variety streamer. And I'm a little fellow in your computer. This is an 18 plus stream. So, if you're under the age of 18, you can't be here. I mixed up my intro a little bit, but I use she, her, they, them pronouns. You can use them interchangeably if you'd like. I got a Twitter you can follow, I got a Tumblr, I got a YouTube, which has archives of all of my streams. All of those links are in my description. I've got multiple ways that you can support me and what I do, some of which are free. You can watch the stream, you can tell your friends about it. You can follow the stream and get access to a bunch of my emotes. You can sub and get access to even more, and you can use them wherever you want. You can take clips of things you find funny. You can share those clips around. You can cheer with bits. I've got some alerts for that. You can send me a direct tip. There's a button for that in the description that says support the stream. You can click on it. Just got the extension. That's neat and convenient. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I might have to refresh the source. Let me see. Refresh. Oh, well now everything's just gone. Test. There I am. Okay. What else did I do? I think that's it. Oh yeah, tips are always accepted, always appreciated, never required. You got gem their shorts. Gotta fill chat box again. Got gem their shorts. Their butt is covered and cool and not swampy. I really appreciate all of you sending in for that. That was really, really helpful and really kind. Okay. Tonight, we are going to be playing King of the Castle. I've never played this game before. I haven't watched any streams of it, mainly because I wanted to like keep myself fresh for it. But this is going to be an interactive experience. You will be transported to a new realm through the magic of technology. Let's go. We turn off this Banjo-Kazooie music. I think it's Banjo-Kazooie music. It's a Kirkhope thing. Alright. The game is open. King of the Castle. Can I see her? Oh Jesus. Are we good? Alright. There we go. Hooray! So I've only opened this game to make an avatar. Because you can make an avatar for each of the kingdoms. This is the worms people? Oh, don't tell maidens. Been trying to avoid playing worms. But yeah, we got, you know, options. Maidens already knew. Shh. Oh, he made the joke already. Oops. But I can make a guy for each of these regions. And I already did. But look at all these options. I decided to do this off stream so that we didn't get caught up in it. But you guys who are playing should be able to make an avatar too. So, is it New Dynasty? Oh, okay. Monarch name. Cat. Dynasty name. No. Okay. My monarch uses, well, I'll say she, her. Oh, interesting. So you can be a king, a queen, or a monarch. Cool. Play on Twitch. That's what we'll be doing. You guys can join my game by typing in a chat. Players who have bought the game will appear in the story more often. So there's some incentive to play the game or to buy the game. It's only $5. But if I were just playing with friends and I wasn't streaming, we could all just play on the internet. And we can play up to 24 people. But let's do the chat. I did install the Twitch extension. So our Twitch extension shows players their region, wealth, scheme, and more. Install it by going to yada 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 yada. So is it showing for you? Because I know Joe was talking about it like popping up and not knowing what to do with it. Okay, cool. Choose 3 regions. Okay. Barons are brash rural lords famous for their belligerence and fondness for hunting. Huzzah! The chiefs are honorable warriors renowned for their pagan religion and prowess in combat. The counts are ruthless aristocrats steeped in secrecy. Allegations of forbidden rituals are unproven. The grandees are impassioned duelists known for their strict adherence to honor, etiquette, and the ninth god. And the patricians are wealthy seafaring merchants noted for their cleverness, skill in negotiation, and ornate masks. Well, I like these folks. And I like the chiefs too. And I like the patricians. I also like cool colors. Ah, here we go. Join the game. Your nobles may now join via Twitch chat with !join followed by pronoun, ergo join she. Players can join mid-game and their wealth and region are saved in continued games. Awesome! Oh, there's scheming. Okay, good. So it does show up there. Oh, and it just divides you. That's sick. You get to be the heathen bear wrestlers. Are you there, Jim? Do you want to play? This music is awesome. I'm gonna turn it up because I just realized it's kind of low. Alright. Well, I guess, you can join at any point, so let's get started. Okay. For me, I need to acquire an heir, then complete my ambition to win. My first reign will likely end in disaster. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Keep an eye on the region's schemes. If they all pass their stages, they'll win the game. Oh, so this is kind of like, Disney Villainous, where I guess, like, where everybody has different stuff that they're trying to accomplish, and I'm trying to keep them from doing that. Be careful of the region's defiance stat. If it gets too high, the regions may rebel against you. Okay. For the nobles, you need to pass all 3 stages of your scheme. Each stage requires you to get to certain levels, which are affected in votes. How you vote is up to you, for your region's scheme to stop other schemes, or for the good of the kingdom. If your defiance stat is high enough, you can rebel. This pauses your scheme and is risky, especially if you have low military. Each season you'll get 3 events to play. Found one to get started. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Oh, I see. These are the events right here. Let's do the coronation first. Hi, Emily! Hey, if you want to join the game, you just have to type in !join, and then whatever pronoun you'd like to use. So, !join, space, she, or space they, or space he. You can join at any point in the game, so. This is your monarch, the streamer's character. They'll appear in most stories, but not all. These are kingdom stats. If any of them are at 0 at the start of a season, the game will end. Oh shit. These are the region stats. You probably have to give access to your Twitch chat or whatever also, or did I not need to do that? I don't think I did. If defiance is higher than both authority and stability, a region can trigger rebellion. This will pause their scheme and is risky if military is low. Okay. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Shouldn't I be giving the orders now? Of course, Your Majesty. To delay any longer would make the nobles restless. And when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. We wouldn't want that, I suppose. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. But it's my coronation! This isn't an absolute monarchy, Your Majesty. Every thing has to be run past a council vote. Even this. Shall we call the nobles in? Certain choices will change stats. You've been secretly instructed that you're wrestling. Shush! Don't tell anybody! Certain choices will change stats. Some choices that do so will indicate this change here. Not all choices that change stats have these indicators, and they do not show the region affected. Okay. These are the upcoming choices your nobles will vote on. Each of these may change stats in some way. The monarch can change how a vote is run with a law. You may use one law per vote. Try using your veto on one option you don't like. When the vote opens, nobles vote by using command !vote followed by the choice letter, like vote A. The monarchs may close the vote any time after all nobles have voted or the timer hits 0. Okay. Well, I'm gonna vote to veto this one. Okay, now you can vote. What kind of coronation should be held for me? ! Vote, and then A, B, or D. Okay. So it looks like we went with D. Troops shall bear the queen through streets atop a shield. This shows which stat has been changed and how much by. So your military, the North's military went up. The coast military also went. Okay, so everybody got a military buff, but the coast military wasn't very good. So it got buffed to mediocre. It says we have 6 nobles, so I think it's counting Emily. Because there were 5 before we started. Okay. Soldiers from across the kingdom take part in the parade. They've even outfitted an impressive new equipment for the occasion. As you climb onto the shield and hold your sword aloft, you realize this is not going to be easy. Arm quickly starts to hurt. Your soldiers stagger and groan under your weight. Well, that's not unrealistic. Sure enough, one of your shield bearers trips on a loose cobblestone and drops you face first into a puddle. Full view of half the city. At least the only thing hurt is your pride. Okay, my authority has been reduced to dubious. Awesome! Okay. Now let's do the council introduction. Now that you're queen, the first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom, wintry north, the desolate east, and of course, the wealthy coast. I'll introduce myself to the counts first. Oh look, it's Aspera. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, Your Grace. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. Awesome! They're scheming. Good luck in the days ahead, Your Highness. You'll need it dealing with us lot. There's kobolds. A pleasure, Your Serene Highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. And with that, the introductions are done. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. You sigh and sit back. Is this what the council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. The monarch must acquire an heir and complete their ambition to win the game. A spouse is useful, but not necessary. Complete your ambition before a scheme or rebellion usurps you, or before you lose all authority, treasury, stability. Your Majesty, the first few years of your reign are the most difficult. You're new and unproven. Nobles of the council will scheme against you, hoping to kick you off the throne and put your own puppet claimant in your place. Oh no! To defeat their schemes, you must secure an heir and prove that you are worthy of the crown by completing an ambition. My question is this: when you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Well, as a peacekeeper. An admirable aim. Oh god, my cat was in my office. She scared the shit out of me. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's stability as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. When you die, and you will. Help! Now that you've played all events, advance the game by clicking End Season. End Season. Each region will now vote for one of 3 randomly selected schemes. Schemes are made up of 3 stages with specific stat requirements. Passing all 3 scheme stages places the region's claimant on the throne, winning the game. My fellow counts, in ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false Queen Cat wears the crown. Oh, voting is open. What scheme should the counts pursue to overthrow the new queen and place their preferred claimant, Ricimer, on the throne? Blood ritual, huh? Sounds spooky. Great! I think you have to be in the count's region to vote on this one. I think you're in the chiefs, Emily. So when we get round to their scheme, then you can vote. Cool, blood ritual. Counts plan to summon an ancient famine demon that will devastate all other regions, paving a clear path to the throne. First, they must ensure the East can withstand a famine. To advance their scheme, the counts must be the region with the highest farming in 4 seasons. Here we go. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter Queen Cat. How do we make that happen? So, Chiefs of the North, vote on how you would like to stop me from being queen. And be nice about it. You have 8 seconds. Okay. Lower all faith. Interesting. Let's keep. The chiefs plan to dig up Old Hell's legendary horn, use it to take over the kingdom. First, they must win the favor of the gods by diminishing the kingdom's belief in the ninth. To advance their scheme, chiefs must lower the combined total of all other regions' faith to 12 or less in 4 seasons. Oh, they already did that. fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen Cat. Something must be done. What scheme should the patricians use to overthrow the new queen and place their preferred claim on the throne? So, patricians. Subterfuge. Jesus. Patricians plan to place the queen's advisors with their own agents. First, they must prove they're doing a bad job. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Here you can review the region's schemes and their claimants. You have an heir, they'll appear on the right of this page. If your region reign ends abruptly, the nobles will vote for the next monarch. This vote is between the 2 regions with the highest combined stats and your heir if you have. The monarch currently has no heir! Help! Okay. Okay, so now we just do a new task thing. A new story event. So I'll do this one. Now that you are queen, you need my personal protection. Why, I could plunge my sword into your heart right now, could I not? Please don't hurt me. Need an honor guard to keep you safe from such dangers, Your Majesty. Unfortunately, this is a political decision. What are my options? Each region offers a selection of elite guards. Chiefs with their most famous warrior heroes, counts with knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose. Patricians offer their greatest gladiators, champions of the arena. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all. Oh, I kind of want to make the northern people like me more. Welcome to the stream, kind of human. Hopefully you got sorted into a... Yeah, it looks like you got in. Bearded oafs with axes and no manners. They'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. No discipline at all, and I can't guarantee they won't run off on some random quest. But they're honorable and, in a fight, unbeatable. Okay. Wait your verdict with bated breath, Your Majesty. I thought I picked... Okay. Yay! Except I worsened my relationship with the other places. The warrior heroes arrive a few weeks later. They swagger in with big grins and bigger axes, belching and singing and roaring out unsavory jokes. One of your courtiers faints. Hooray! Avalanche! A devastating avalanche has buried a mountain village within my domain. There are few survivors. I suppose this kingdom should lend a helping hand. There you are, hun. Looks like you're in. The other nobles are under no obligation to help the North, but surely they will vote with compassion? Oh, time for you guys to vote. Oh, well, I have to pick a thingy. Send financial aid. I mean, I can mark my preferred voting option. I'm gonna take nothing off the table. I don't want to do nothing. Okay. Vote for A or B. I think you might have to try voting again, Emily. Looks like you got sorted into the patricians, Gem. Okay, so we're going to instruct the Archbishop to lead a memorial for those lost. Unfortunately, the Archbishop decides to take the opportunity of the memorial to blame the disaster on the victims, claiming that the Ninth God has punished the North for their pagan way. I didn't tell him to do that! Uh-oh. The Chiefs are furious. Happy fucking Easter, everybody. I didn't know that would happen. I was trying to be nice. Where's the third thingy? Oh, here it is. Dark words, your grace. A meddling wizard has set up shop in Kalstoff. I believe it is Athmoral, the Stormbringer. Tell me more about this wizard. Wizards have managed to tame creation itself. They wield untold power and are naturally distrusted by the Church. The High Inquisitor wouldn't dare move against them openly. Athmoral, as her name suggests, is the wizard whose domain includes both sky and storm. She's put out a call for new apprentices, which is a rare event. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many. Droves of unwashed, glory-seeking peasants from all over the East are lining up for their chance. Not just peasants! I, Emigami, have also decided to apply. The competition will be fierce, but those villagers are no match. I will be the most powerful noble this council has ever seen. You? You couldn't put your clothes on if it wasn't for your servants' help. Damn. We can't let this go ahead. To have a potential wizard on the council would present a clear and dangerous conflict of interest. Conflict of interest? How? Wizards answer only to themselves. Their power is unmatched, such that entire kingdoms cannot stand against them. Even an apprentice on the council would be disastrous. Chief Emigami could use magic to interfere with votes. Or you, for that matter. Then we shall assemble the council. Thank you, Your Highness. Time to vote! Should Chief Emigami be allowed to apprentice under the wizard Athmoral in the East? That's the one I'm picking. But you can vote. Yeah, and you want to be the apprentice? Go for it. No. You gotta win the vote. What the fuck, guys? Come on! She's gonna blow me up! She's gonna cast a wizard spell! They're gonna use the booyah bomb on me! Okay. Okay. People are starting to get mad at me. By Zhenya's ashes. How will they keep up with their noble duties if they're spending all their time in the East with this wizard? And what if, Ninth preserve us, they actually pass their apprenticeship? There's never been a wizard on the council before. We'll just have to cross that bridge when we come to it. You've got nothing to fear from me, your greatness. I'll always have the kingdom's interest at heart, even as a wizard. Wink. Wink. I can only wink with one eye. Wink. Wink. Chief Emigami sets off immediately on their journey to the east. Athmoral's presence in Kalstoff attracts all sorts of visitors. The power of her latent magic starts to wilt crops for miles around. Your farming is going down. You wanted that. But the trade's going up. End season. Buildings. Nobles can use their wealth to bid on any building in any region, each of which affects a stat. This is done through an auction, where only the 2 most funded buildings are chosen. When the auction is open, nobles can fund with the following command: !fund AX, where X is personal wealth. When you're ready, hit start auction to begin the auction. Okay. It's kind of hard to read this stuff. I'm sorry. Wait, I didn't hit start. Okay, so you all have 1,000 G. You all got 1,000 gold. We're gonna bid on the different things here. So there's a deer park, a theater, an aqueduct, an observatory, a cathedral, and a prison. So you'll use the command !fund the letter of the thing you'd like and Y the amount that you're bidding. Okay? Here we go. I didn't start yet. Okay, now you can go. This is fascinating. It's like watching ants. I really want that prison. Boo. Or ants. Yes. No. You have to vote on your own clan stuff. Oh, I guess you can vote on anyone's. That's what I thought. Like, you would want to get whatever furthers your scheme, right? Okay. This is a throwaway. This is a we're figuring it out thing. Okay, so we got the aqueduct, which improves farming, and the prison, which lowers stability. Awesome, thank you guys. Come on! Finding a spouse, here we go. In the twisty passages of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, nobles, even the spy master. But there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother. You bankrupted yourself? Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. Is it really that urgent? Of course. Don't worry. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men? Women? Or do you not mind? Can I say, like, not guys? Let's just say women. Excellent. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Yay. Nice that Mom is so accommodating. Yeah, it's nice that she asked. Your Majesty, there are northern citizens scattered throughout the kingdom, with nowhere to pay homage to their gods. Would it kill you to build a few temples to the old gods outside the north? They don't have to be big temples. Your scheme involves shaking our faith in the ninth, so I don't want that. I think the ninth god is big enough and old enough to treat this with maturity. Oh, Lord. Should the North be allowed to open up temples in other regions of the kingdom? Well... I don't want them to have as many temples as they want. But... You cannot vote A. I took it off the table. Alright, looks like you get 1 temple. Very well. We'll open 1 temple. Just 1. Some chiefs' wealth has decreased. Chiefs are good to their word. They open 1 temple. It's over 100 feet high and plopped right on the border between the coast and the east. Naturally, this becomes the talk of the whole kingdom, and curious peasants flock from both sides of the border to check it out. A few even convert to paganism. Fuck. That's not good for me. Well, it's good for the chiefs. Okay. I demand the Archbishop apologize for insulting us at the Avalanche Memorial the other month. Me too. We may worship different gods than the rest of you. We're all citizens of the same kingdom. We deserve respect. Some choices have uncertain outcomes called challenges. Oh, jeez. These can either be random or based on a stat. The percentage shows the chance of success. What should be done about the Archbishop's insensitive memorial? Sack the Archbishop and replace him with one who'll keep his mouth shut. Order the Archbishop to apologize. There's a 40% chance that'll work. Stay silent on the matter. Declare the Archbishop has the Queen's full support. Well, that's not true. So, that's my pick. Go ahead and vote. Option B scares the shit out of me. That percentage scares me a lot. Howard, you gotta do first you gotta join the game. Okay. Okay, we're firing the Archbishop. And replacing him with a dumb, like somebody who's smart. Two burly officers dragged the Archbishop from the church, still dressed in his striped pajamas. His replacement is installed before nightfall. Okay, we got a lot going on now. Stability has gone down. The North is not defiant, though. Faith went up on the coast and the East. But they're both kind of pissed. The Archbishop's sacking satisfies the North, but the rest of the kingdom is in shock at such treatment of a holy man. Sermons up and down the country preach that you are a tyrant. Oh, okay. No problem. Oh, it's time to end the season. A tip for folks, if your scheme is going well and it gives you the option to rebel, don't, because it pauses your scheme. And it's risky. If your military isn't good, you might not succeed. Attacks? It's time to do my job! You may collect a common tax or target a specific region. taxing a region will increase their defiance stat and decrease noble wealth. But what if it was funny to rebel? Hi, maidens. Who do I want to tax? Take a small tax from the kingdom's commoners or tax one region's nobles. The latter will raise defiance and take personal wealth from... Okay. Patricians find a reef of pearl-bearing clams making 500 wealth. The other nobles gain 2 wealth. Well, that could do something for me. But their scheme hasn't happened yet. Their scheme isn't going well. I can't hurt anyone's farming. I'm just gonna do a common tax, I think. One or more regions are able to rebel, as their defiance stat is higher than both authority and stability. Oh shit. If the rebels get more victory points than the loyalists, then they'll win the game. If the loyalists get more victory points than the rebels, they'll put down the rebellion and continue the game. You missed the scheme at the beginning? You are doing subterfuge, so you are trying to get our stability stat to 0. So basically, you're trying to work as an inside agent to make me look bad. If multiple regions rebel and win, a vote between the 2 rebelling regions, the highest stats will determine the successor. Important, rebelling regions have their schemes paused. Yeah, you're welcome. Regions with a high military stat are more likely to overthrow the monarch with rebellion. Oh, just keep it below 4? That's great, thanks. If stability, authority, or treasury hit 0, the rebels will win the civil war. Okay. Yeah, these 2 are on the verge of rebellion. Their defiance is too low. They can't do it. Okay. Oh, they're voting. Oh, okay, nobody voted to rebel. Thanks, hee hee. I have found 3 potential matches for you. Votes are a bit quick, and I'm guessing appeasing your honor guard was the right move. I can't seem to do anything about the timers. Sorry. I think they're a little quick as well, but I couldn't find anything to make them longer. I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, you'll be securing a powerful... Well, I was just in options. Yeah. Yes, I know. And a partner for life to have and hold, don't forget. I suppose so, but the alliance comes first. Your mother leads you to the great hall where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Wait, I don't even get to meet them? There's no time for sentiment. You just find a match that befits your station and suits your political needs. Pick 2, my lord! She whisks away the cloth from the first portrait. This is Sorcha, firstborn daughter of the northern kind of human clan. She's your typical northern lass, big, brawny, and honest. The same way an axe to the face is honest. I mean, that's kind of hot, but... Despite that, she's clearly got some brains. She's an avid reader with a vast library. People say she nurses a grudge, though. I can see the appeal, I suppose. Okay, they're gonna let me see the other ones. This is Avina, the eldest daughter of the Eastern Esperatacat dynasty. Forget the snooty expression, I'm sure that's caused by an errant brushstroke. She had a laboratory installed in her castle and spends most of her time there conducting bizarre experiments. The other counts think she's mad, but she treats the peasants far too nicely. She's an intriguing candidate. She treats the peasants nice. And finally, from the coast, we have Herona, the wealthy heiress to noble patrician Vulcanchik's estate. I mean, just look at her. She's gorgeous. And apparently she's got a silver tongue, too. What does that mean? She's also obsessed with the arena. All her friends are gladiators, and sometimes she even enters a fight herself. Common folk hate her for some reason. Who cares what they think? No, I know what silver tongue means. I'm just saying. Well, I don't like that the common folk don't like her, and also they're trying to subterfuge me. So no. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong. But it's from Gem's estate. But the people hate them. Okay, well, I soothed the East a little bit at least. Hooray! Okay, real quick, I have to run ads, so we're gonna take a quick little break. Get up, take a stretch, get a drink, whatever you need, and we'll be right back. Whoop. looks like we're back. Let's get back into it. Okay, so the Counts of the East rebellion has been halted because they're happy. I need to appease the patricians, so let's see what I can do. Whoa! Hello? Who the hell is that? It's an outrage. It's undignified. She can't do this, gods be good. Calm yourself, your majesty. It's me, Chief Emigami. I was struck by lightning on my first day, and every inch of flesh on my body evaporated. The Lady of the Storm gave me a second chance, but now she's cast me out. She says I have no discernible magical acumen, whatever that means. I demand vengeance. Show Athmorel what it means to insult a member of Queen Cat's council. What is D? Hello? A skeleton cannot be a chief. Emigami's lands must be forfeited. Okay. Well, I think do nothing sucks. So I'm gonna remove that as an option. And let's start the vote. Oh god, B is scary. Demand compensation for the loss of Chief Emigami's flesh. There's a 10% chance it'll work. Stop. Gonna get me in trouble. Okay. It failed. You sent a strongly worded letter to the wizard. To your surprise, she actually answers. She rejects your demand, of course, but she also doesn't turn you inside out for daring to ask. Emigami is annoyed, but what can they do? Shake their bones at you? Not long after, they kick the bucket anyway. Apparently, proximity to Athmorel's magic was the only thing keeping them from falling apart. Sorry, Emily. You're dead now. Oh my god! Emigami 2 has joined the council! Don't worry. You're fine. That's your child. Anyway. Yeah, like a murder trivia party. Or trivia murder party. Your Majesty will recall the devastating avalanche that struck the north. Yes, I remember. A tragedy. The avalanche uncovered an ancient stone door embedded in the mountainside. We suspect it may be one of our ancestors' tombs. Some locals pried open the door and investigated within. They did not return. What is the best way to investigate the newly He is risen! I don't have an opinion on this one. Go vote. Happy Easter! Don't shut it back up! They're gonna get mad at me! Guys! Order the tomb shut back up. This is the tomb of our ancestors, and we deserve to know what it's hiding. You are forbidding us from knowing our own heritage. I suspect they are more concerned over the fact that the ruins could contain valuable treasure. Still, no point risking it. Teehee! End season! Anchored a few miles away from the sunny coast, Lord Patrician Strategist 9 has invited his closest confidants aboard his yacht. I've stopped paying taxes and the kingdom's in such chaos that the Queen hasn't even noticed. What? Hey! You haven't been paying taxes? Given the recent turmoil, the council is calling for the Queen's inner circle to resign. We need to increase the pressure. If the Queen's in a weak enough position, she's got no choice but to bow to our demands. No more interfering spy master. No more marshal or chancellor or treasurer. A whole new inner circle, all made up of patricians. No. And for the next stage of their scheme, the patrician must lower authority to 4 in less than 3 seasons. It's already 4! Here you can adopt a new law that alters how voting is run. You can only adopt 1 new law at a time and have a maximum of 3 laws to use. Okay, let's see. We got stop the count, which is the timer is set to 15 seconds and the vote will automatically close when the timer is over. Royal gamble, which is plus 500 treasury if the nobles vote for the selected option. If the nobles vote otherwise, minus 500 treasury. But wouldn't it be public which one I want? So you would just not vote for it. After voting, nobles can change their minds and vote for a different option. You would not vote the selected option. I'm picking this one. Defiance is too high and 1 or more regions is considering rebellion. Rebellion will stop the region from advancing their scheme and they can't be taxed or take part in normal votes. Well, I know who it is. But none of them voted to rebel. I'm getting married! They're finally getting married! Your wedding to Avina is, naturally, the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Avina at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? I do. Then I pronounce you queen and wife. Hooray! My authority is now credible. Everyone's defiance went down from that. Teehee. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a long dance. At the feast, your new wife, Avina, delivers a long, rambling speech that puts everyone to sleep. By the time you find yourself alone with Avina, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. What a wonderful occasion that was! A shame we couldn't follow the Eastern traditions, of course. What's a wedding without a little bloodletting? Congrats, my parent would have loved this. Let's focus on the positive, shall we? Oh, don't worry, I always make the best of things. It can be tough being as gracious as I am. I don't like this relationship now. Am I married to Mickey Mouse? No. I just couldn't think of a voice. What should I ask? Tell me something you're passionate about. Let's get to know each other. In my spare time, I tinker with some very complicated science stuff. I won't get into it, though. You wouldn't understand half of it. That's so interesting. It is, isn't it? Anyway, to continue on the subject, you gently fall asleep to the sound of Avina droning on about herself. Wow, this is healthy. Nice to have someone help you sleep. Your Majesty, I bring bad news from the north. We are receiving reports of... I'm sure your news can wait. I bring urgent tidings from the east that demand the Queen's attention at once. Wait your turn, you ignorant dolt! I get the feeling literally everyone you marry in this game sucks. I don't know, the North lady seemed kind of hot. She was like, she was like a big himbo, but she also read, so like... Wait your turn, you ignorant dolt! Why don't you settle your quarrel outside? Meanwhile, I have news from the coast that is really urgent. One at a time. North is increasingly lawless, your greatness. Some chiefs have taken advantage, declaring themselves independent of your rule. Is that all? By the blood of the dead, the eastern courts are corrupt, your majesty. Judges are letting off the vilest criminals in return for the slightest bit of coin. My news is worse still. The industries of the coast are in grave danger. The workers are striking. They demand fewer hours and higher pay. Well, they're right. All of these problems have arisen because the kingdom is increasingly unstable, your majesty. Something must be done. What do you suggest? Unfortunately, we lack the resources to tackle all of these problems at once. We must vote on which matter to prioritize. Well, I believe in unions, so you can't break these strikes up. Anyway, let's vote! Do I get a vote? I don't think I get a vote. I think me taking an option off the table is me voting, really. Damn! Okay. The corrupt Eastern judges are stubborn. When you try to remove them from their posts, they retaliate by enforcing all the old forgotten laws that everyone had agreed to ignore. Suddenly, merchants are legally required to wear blindfolds on weekends, and every coin must be passed under the nose of a cat before it's spent. Trade grinds to a halt. It actually just went down by 1, but okay. Once the stupid old laws are repealed, you enact crucial legal reforms. No more corruption in the East, or at least less of it. Crisis in the East has been quashed, making the kingdom as a whole slightly more stable. Nobles of other regions feel that you're ignoring their problems. No. Your esteemed highness, I recently arranged for the petrified bones of a long-dead giant to be imported to the coast from the north, seeking your blessing to hold a spice festival in its ribcage. Excuse me? A dead giant? Your Majesty, this is blasphemous. In the north, we believe the giants are the children of the gods. To dig one up, take it from its homeland, and profane its remains, it must not be done. Spice rack. Ah. Well, I don't need the patricians to hate me more. curious about this one. Alright, get voting. I personally don't have an opinion. Yeah, of course you want the festival to go ahead, huh? Okay. I think that's a good play. You send shiny baubles to all the chiefs who matter. Most zealous believers in the old gods grumble, but their more pragmatic peers promise to keep things calm. Some chiefs' wealth has increased. The Spice Festival, meanwhile, is a raving success, attracting visitors from across the kingdom to sample cardamom and saffron beneath the bones of an ancient behemoth. Okay, and that's the season. This is fun. It's a lot like a tabletop, but it's, like, organized in a way that my brain can process it. Oh, shit. Late at night, two counts meet in an ancient stone cemetery to discuss their schemes against the queen. Our grain stores are looking much more impressive than the rest of the kingdom. Yes, and I've had peasants from the north moving onto my lands, desperate to sponge off our prosperity. How exquisite. This is fun. The famine begins. How exquisite. But won't summoning this demon be difficult? It's magic beyond our usual fare. The walls of reality are sturdy, but they can be weakened. A tide of blood must swallow this kingdom in its wake. Chaos. For the next stage of their scheme, the counts must lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. The northern sagas tell of Oddheld's horn, once gifted to mortals by the honey-blooded prince himself, and lost to the snows of time, never to be found again. Until now. I have it! Oddheld has spoken! Last night during the storm, I beseeched the drunken vessel himself, and lo, did lightning strike the earth far to the north. That is where we will find the horn. You mean, into the frozen wastes? Aye. Have everyone muster their best warriors. We're headed into the domain of the ice giants. Saddle up. For the next stage of the chief's scheme, they must raise their military to 5 or more in 2 seasons. Oh, shit. Well, Your Majesty, these upstarts are saying they have a right to your throne. No doubt the nobles are already scheming to crown their region's preferred claimant. Warning, the monarch currently has no heir! Help! I need a baby! Yeah, Amigami 2 was looking a little gray. Where's my baby? How do I get a baby? Kidnap one? Oh. Ah, Cat, I've come to ask a favor. I've recently purchased a very rare reagent for one of my alchemical studies, a Zycarian Black Pearl. Lamentably, it's been delayed. I was buying it from noble patrician Oopsal Kobold. Uh-oh. Speak to them about it for me, would you? I don't have time. Oh, very well then. Arena gives you a curt nod, then leaves it to your business. Anyway. Behold, your grace. Countess Esperatacat pulls aside a tarpaulin to reveal a granite statue of Countess Yugijo. The statue is impeccably detailed, its expression a frozen grimace. A sad sight, is it not? A gift? For me? No, Your Majesty, this is no statue. It seems the stone maiden is abroad in the east. Well, I know she's abroad. She's called the Stone Maiden. Who's that? She is a walking statue with burning yellow eyes. All who meet her gaze are turned to stone. She sleeps for years at a time before walking and terrorizing the kingdom. I think might not be around Joe. She must have ambushed Countess Yugi-Jo on her latest walk in the cemetery. Please, Your Grace, we must do something! Countess Yugi-Jo has died. Yugi-Jo, too, has joined the council! What can be done to stop the Stone Maiden before she petrifies someone else? I don't think I want to hire a wizard. But I don't like any of these other things. I think we're just gonna vote. Oh yeah, that one Trek episode, the Next Generations episode with, Emot. And Mazaka. All of these look bad. Consult the fairy tales for a solution to me feels like the most whimsical and fun choice. Okay. You send for an expert folklorist from Quail University. According to legend, the Stone Maiden mourns her long-lost love, the third god. Perhaps she seeks revenge on the ninth god who drowned her lover? It's an interesting theory, but it's hardly helpful. Unfortunately, your council draws a blank on the best course of action. Only watch helplessly at what comes next. And my authority is worse now. The Stone Maiden, enraged, stalks the east for weeks on end, turning thousands of peasants into twisted granite figures. Your farming tanked! It went from 8 to 5. It's bad for me, though. Yippee! At long last, she retreats to her lair deep underground and falls asleep once more. On the bright side, the counts now have plenty of oddly realistic statues to sell. But now we need stability low, so we'll win. Yeah. Sucks. Sucks for me! What if Yugi-Jo did that on purpose? She sacked herself. Your Highness, heed my plea. The great tragedy of our time has befallen the East. A demon's hatched from the ground? Worse even than that, I fear. An order of once great knights has fallen into disrepute. It's the Order of the Gossamer Shield, Your Highness. They were once the greatest of the knightly orders to serve the counts. Their virtues were extolled by bards across the land, tales that would make a troll weep. But they've been brought low. They're working as glorified bounty hunters for the coast. This is a stain on the honor of the East. Nonsense! Our military has suffered some setbacks recently, so we hired Gossamer Security to keep order. For a pretty penny, I might add. Your military is now capable, but your wealth has gone down. Gossamer Security has been solving the problems we want solved and kicking the buttocks we want kicked. Blood and stars! Gossamer Security! How has it come to this? These are knights, not mercenaries, and they need a reminding of a little thing called chivalry. Please, Your Grace, I beg the council to be reasonable. Well, I'm gonna veto this one. Recall the order and restore its courtly dignity. Invest in Gossamer security to help protect the coast. I don't like that one either. Actually, I like this one the least. Okay. Vote, vote, vote! You don't need protection. Ignore the situation? Come on. The Order of the Gossamer Knights remain happy mercenaries in the coast, enjoying the spoils of their labor. Slowly the patricians rebuild their garrisons. But the counts are not happy. Some openly complain about you, and rumors start going around about your unwillingness or inability to preserve tradition. Great. Awesome! Oh, here, we can have another auction. So, consider what you would like. Whatever helps further your cause. Theater? Lowers my authority? Come on. And I don't get to vote on this, so... here we go. Come on. A thieves guild? Seriously? Who put that there? Damn, we love prisons around here. The only time I'll support a prison. You guys are killing me. You put almost all your money into the prison, Jim! Oh, Lord. Your marriage to Avina is not what you'd hoped. She seldom sleeps in your bed, and over breakfast, you exchange only a few frosty words before she departs to the laboratory. I'm sorry! Last thing on your mind is procuring an heir, but the needs of the kingdom must prevail. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. It went about as well as could be expected. You're still in power, aren't you? Still got the crown on your head? That's what matters. You've done well so far, but something's still missing. An heir. You need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. I'm pretty sure I have a bastard child laying around somewhere. Well... afraid of, like, what will happen. Like, because, like, the me is, like, I'll adopt a child. But, like, my wife and I will have a child together. Ah, the traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business. Yay. Your Highness, I still have to do this though. Your Highness, an urgent matter. My agents suspect. Drag her ass out of the laboratory. Or not. My agents suspect there's a reason behind the recent unrest. The counts are stirring up chaos to power some kind of dark ritual. I always knew they were ungodly. Exactly, Your Highness. This proves what we've suspected for years. We must fight back. You can't do this. I'm sure you can put those test tubes to good use. What if they break? Ow! Anyway, vote. I think a curfew sounds nice. So don't break them. A small army of inquisitors rifle through the count's estates and question the peasants on their lands. Several high-profile counts are captured and interrogated at length. It's harder for them to perform their rituals and make their preparations while they're trying to dodge the Inquisition's agents. The count's efforts have been hampered. Their stat goal will not be evaluated until the end of next season. Rich. Your esteemed majesty, you must have noticed that the kingdom's not exactly doing well lately. It's not your fault, of course. You're being led astray. By whom? The spy master, the chancellor, the treasurer, the marshal? All these unelected figures whispering in your ear. Who appointed them? Can you trust them? Doing their best. You need some coastal patricians to advise you. You've got the quick wits and common sense that your current advisors lack. I don't trust you. Indeed, you'd be a fool to trust me right now. Just give me the chance to show you what the coastal loyalty means. Think about what I said, Your Supreme Majesty. A few moments later, after Lord Patrician Strategist 9 has slipped out of the throne room, your Chancellor barges in looking flustered. Your other advisors follow behind. Your Majesty! The patricians have been spreading rumors about me and your other advisors. What have they been saying? They're saying, or they said, I'm skimming from the treasury. They've accused me of being a deranged old bat with an unquenchable thirst for blood. Me! I'll kill them all! I won't repeat what they said about me. Barf it hurts my feelings. Barf head? Why would they do something like this? It's an attempt to turn the nobles against us. Trouble is, it's working. The council is demanding our resignation. I don't know how much longer we can weather this storm, Your Majesty. You're not exactly in the strongest position. The council wants us gone. We'll be gone within the next few months unless you do something about it. Call a vote and get the council back on our side. Well. You shouldn't spread rumors about people. So vote with your heart, but also know what is in my heart. No! Stop! Stop! Are you sure you don't want to raise my authority? Voting tied at 3. Break the tie by selecting one of these options. Okay, well then I select this one. Do nothing. Come on. To your frustration, the patricians produce plenty of evidence, most of it falsified, and bog the inquiry down with irrelevant details. For the record, I categorically deny drinking from my enemies' skulls. It doesn't even work. The wine dribbles out of the eye holes. Listen, if I was skimming from the treasury, I would not be caught so easily. My embezzlement would be untraceable, damn it! By the end, everyone's more confused than before, and the rumors have only intensified. But at least you've slowed things down. You've hampered the patricians' efforts. Their stat goal will not be evaluated until the end of next season. Hooray! In the north, unbeknownst to the rest of the kingdom, a great battle has just taken place. Naturally, hey, we haven't been watching the Chiefs this whole time. Naturally, the Chiefs are celebrating their recent victory against the Ice Giants in the Frozen Wastes by smashing steins together and singing battle songs all throughout the night. Did you see that giant's face when I cut him down? Poor Blighter never felt a heated axe before, haha. So much loot. Never mind the horn. Look at all this gold. Party lasts long into the night. A few chiefs take turns drinking mead out of Audheld's horn. As dawn breaks, they stumble into the main hall where Chief Arnie has beckoned them. Quiet down, you louts. It's time to get serious. This horn has the power to collapse buildings, cause earthquakes, even destroy mountains. We must vote on how it will be used. This vote is open to Chiefs of the North only. What do you want to do with your funny horn? That's not very cool. Are you sure you don't want the other thing? Okay. Come on! A bit too sneaky for my liking, but it'll get the job done. We'd best make sure that security is lax enough for us to sneak in. I'm sure we can convince the Queen to relax a few restrictions here and there. For the good of the realm, of course. For the final stage of their scheme, the chiefs must lower authority to 1 or less. At least one region has entered the final stage of their scheme. If they pass it, they'll win the game. There are some exceptions. If 2 or more regions pass a final scheme stage, the winner will be decided at random. If stability, authority, or treasury hits 0, and a final scheme stage passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. If a rebellion ends with a rebellion win and a final scheme passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. Monarch can only win in ambition events, which will appear once you've acquired an heir. Good luck, it says. Yay for the funny little horn. Oh Lord! Everyone can kill me now. Oh God. Where's my baby? Your Majesty. Do you remember a while ago when you ordered that tomb you discovered on the mountain to be shut back up and forgotten about? Yes, I believe so. A low-born gang of cutthroats and looters dug the door back up, despite our efforts. They've cracked open the tomb. Oh, ninth god, what happened? The looters marched back out of the tomb at the head of an army of magic warriors made from ice. They've taken over a nearby fortress and declared it an independent fiefdom called Frostopia. This kind of defiance must be answered, Your Majesty. You don't have long to decide on a response. What do you suggest? This treachery must be stamped out. I don't want to not do anything, so... Vote! I think we should get the guys. We should murderize the Ice Warriors. We should get them. We got a military. I think we can do it. Come on. What the fuck is your problem? When your Chancellor returns from the fortress, they look thoroughly shaken. These looters are the lowest kinds of ruffians, Your Majesty. They are claiming to be lords and ladies, throwing feasts with stolen food, playing games, gambling, and dancing and cavorting. To make matters worse, after I told them to surrender the castle, they threw rotten eggs at me and drove me out in the snow. Well, we tried. Sent an army to crush them. The resultant siege is bitter. The Ice Warriors are formidable foes, inhumanly strong and untiring. But your Northern Warriors prove more than a match for the Frozen Army and their phony leaders. There are casualties, of course, but it could have been much worse. The Ice Warriors have been shattered. The looters are decapitated, their heads spiked along the battlements of the fortress they took over. Hooray! A giant glass globe filled to the brim with murky water is wheeled before the council. The fishbowl contains Lord Patrician Strategist 9, suspended in liquid. Pokes his head above the surface. Bit excessive? No. Your August Majesty. Blub, blub. A most infuriating circumstance has befallen me. Blub, blub. Can I get you some fish food? This is no glub glub laughing matter. I have been glub glub cursed by a sea wizard. He inflicted me with these glub glub gills, so I can't leave the water for more than a few glub glubbing minutes. What did you do to anger this wizard? I happen to own a tannery that is glub glub polluting some picturesque beach he likes. How was I supposed to glubbing know? I demand you arrest this maniac and force him to glub remove these gills. Well... God, I don't like any of these. I would send a diplomat. Go on and vote. D, of course. Oh no, cheese is kind of nice. You guys are so funny. You know that? So funny. How glub glub dare you? Your defiance is now vengeful. From then on, Lord Patrician Strategist 9 remains confined to his aquarium. The sight of the great glass globe and its glub-glubbing occupant in the council hall quickly becomes unremarkable. Hey, you didn't die. To be fair, those are nice beaches. Your esteemed highness, those damn chiefs are up to their old tricks. Chief Emigami II has been leading their warriors on raids into my land. Nobody was hurt, but they shook down my peasants for petty coin and stole lemons straight from my finest groves. They didn't, not the lemons! The North barely had any trade, so is it that bad? Although, Upsa Kobolds did lose like 300 sheep. Hey, stop that. I need those lemons. How dare you? Accuse me of something like that again and it's my axe you'll answer to. Your greatness, I've no idea what noble patrician Upsal Kobolds is talking about. Maybe they've had too much wine, eh? What should be done about Chief Emigami II's supposed raids against the noble patrician Upsal Kobolds? I don't like either of these answers. Those lemon-stealing whores. I don't know, you can't prove that they did it. Option C is a little sass mastery, though. Sorry, Emmy. I would be honor-bound to pay back what I stole, if I stole anything in the first place. Depths below. Shut up! The council has spoken. Now here's my bill. Grumbling Chief Emigami II pays up. Be surprised if this was the end of it. Alright, you were holding on to a little bit of pennies there, Emily. Where'd you get that? Alright, end season. I'm due to die any day now. God. Pair of counts face each other in silence. Code word is exchanged. They speak of their latest schemes. Good news from the capital, my friend. Well, bad news, but good for us. Oh yes, fires, wanton murders, giant spiders? Indeed. And what's more, I sold the other regions a few emergency supplies in their panic. Superb. The fabric between worlds is wearing thin. The time is ripe to summon a demon. But which honored guest should we invite? Alright. Counts of the East, vote on which monstrosity you would like to summon. Alright. The Belfeminar, the Hungering Absence, Queen of Corruption. Belfeminar will bring pestilence and starvation to the lands. She's perfect for our plans. When she arrives, the crown will be ours for the taking. Her summoning ritual requires rare reagents from across Celeste Ath, the petals of a Sarkanese orchid, the eye of an Ateshi salamander. Indeed. We'll stockpile resources before initiating the rite. There's no time to waste. For the final stage of their scheme, the counts must raise their trade to at least 9. Somewhere along the coast, Lord Patrician Strategist 9 strolls in his olive grove in his fishbowl, accompanied by a close friend. The ninth god has finally answered our prayers, my friend. The council demands that the Queen's advisors resign. The Queen is too weak to resist. Our replacements are waiting in the wings. Once our advisors surround the Queen, we'll have complete control of what she hears. We'll shape her reality. We'll treat the Queen like a mushroom, keep her in the dark and feed her. Now, let's not be vulgar. The question is, what to do with this control? Alright, Patricians of the Coast, vote on what you want to do to me. are so mean! You could at least make me useless. Once we've taken over the Queen's inner circle, we'll convince her to abdicate, for the good of the kingdom, of course. Of course, and appoint our claimant in her place, I assume. Indeed. Won't the other regions be furious? Not if they despise the current queen. They'll welcome a new monarch with open arms, even if it's a coast dweller. For the final stage of their scheme, the patricians must raise other regions' defiance to a combined total of at least 12, or ensure another region begins a rebellion. Okay, right now it's 10. Whew, okay. By royal decree, we can tweak the laws governing how the council votes. We can't pass more than 3 of these laws at once. Plus 1 stability if more than 50% of nobles vote for any one option. I like that. Monarch's choice is stupid. Thank you. Monarch's choice basically tells you what not to vote for. Okay. How do you expect me to take this seriously, you crack-brained simpleton? Shut your daft mouth and give me what I am owed, you honorless dog. Calm down, both of you. This pipple-headed lackwit expects me to pay her a huge quantity of gold just because her great-great-grandfather beat my great-great-grandfather in a foot race. A debt owed is a debt owed, is it not? Your Majesty, I only recently discovered this debt while combing through my ancestors' journal. Honor dictates that chief scheming miner is liable for their ancestors' debt. By Morgana's cauldron, this is ludicrous. I demand we put this to a vote. Well, this is dumb. This last one is dumb. Actually, no. I'll let you guys pick. But I do think the last one is dumb, personally. But I'm trying to hold on to my veto, because that could come in handy later. Okay. Cancel the debt. Thank the gods. Glad that council sees reason on this matter. A debt is a debt. Does nobody care about honor anymore? You wanted mutiny? I thought vote C was not allowed, but no, I took back my veto because I thought I might need it later. So you could have voted for C. A coastal gladiator named Onyx has become remarkably popular in the arena. Yes, I heard he threw a whole ox across the stadium. Well, swing vote I have to activate, so I have to be like, okay, this one is gonna be secret. Alright, Skimming, go get your food. He's throwing even bigger words around these days. I can wait. I can run ads if you want. Because I actually have to in like 5 minutes, so I can just do it now. Let's just do that. Here we go. because we're not stopping now. He's been throwing around even bigger no, I said this already. In his last match, he donned a crown and claimed he would be a better monarch than you would ever be. It's all a joke for now, but he's still seditious. He has a significant following. He, the other gladiators, or even the patricians at large, may decide to take this further. By all that glitters! Since when does the Queen have a say in what happens in our own arenas? Onyx needs to rein in his behavior. Vulcan chicks and their friends grumble and mutter against themselves. Or amongst themselves. It all comes down to the council's decision. Should Onyx, the insolent gladiator, be allowed to carry on criticizing the Queen? Arrange an accident! Oh God. You can't kill him, okay? That's weird. I don't like the optics of that. Strap up, babe. You're fighting Onyx in the ring. Hope you win. What? Me? But I'm a noble. Train up and get out there. Up and at him, you'll do great. Noble patrician Vulcan Chicks hurries away. Coming weeks, they train beneath the best mercenaries money can buy. By the time the battle arrives, Vulcan Chicks is ready for action. But when the battle arrives, Onyx simply laughs at them. He picks them up gently and places them back on the spectator seats. Apparently that's where they belong. The whole thing is such an embarrassment that the patricians refuse to do anything more about Onyx. His outspoken performances continue unabated. Uh-oh. Authority is now mocked. Help! Okay, you know what? Defiance is still okay. It doesn't matter if I make you mad. What are you gonna do? Your August Majesty. A great big whale washed up on the coast, right outside my villa. Yeah, I thought they would die. However, before I could order my servants to harvest its blubber, a fin folk crawled up onto the land and begged me for an audience with the Queen. Oh, I've always wanted to meet one of the denizens of the sea. Your hopes are fulfilled when a frog-faced, green-skinned man waddles in, his flippers slapping against the marble. Oh, he's pretty. Your Majesty, you must not allow Lord Patrician Strategist 9 to kill Visku. Visku is a wise and gentle whale, a great friend to the Finfolk. In what way is this whale your friend? That dude from the Del Toro movie, yeah! Finfolk? You mean Strategist 9. Like Arthur Morgan's bare feet. She keeps the sharks away, banishes our gloom with her beautiful songs, and provides us with her bounteous milk. Ew. Aw. Please return her to the waters where she was born. Or And hear me out, Your Serene Highness. We could strip down the whale to its component parts and make a fortune. Who cares what these fish-faced fools think? Oh, Okay, get voting. No. Like, I know what I would do. Okay. You really want to kill that whale. Alright. By the 9th, I can't believe this. How could you take the fishmen's side over your own citizens? Or hear me out, we can charge people to see the whale and both can make a profit from her bountiful milk. You can't read anything? I mean, if I make it bigger, I'm gonna block the screen. Hang on. And the one downside to the game, yeah, it's tiny. Like, I'll have to, like, dedicate time to, like, moving stuff around. But I can read out the votes for you if you want, like, the options. That might help. Yeah, I know it's on the devs, but I feel bad. Also, your defiance can't get any higher. Smile. Thank you, Your Majesty. The Finn folk owe you a great debt. Using a crane and a team of oxen, the great whale is lifted and placed upon wooden rollers. Without ceremony, it is plopped back into the ocean, where it splashes its tail and sprays water in apparent gratitude. From that point on, coastal fishermen report that their catches have nearly doubled. Grateful Finn folk literally herd fish toward their nets. Better than spraying milk. This is true. Okay, it's time to end the season. My heir! My heir! Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council, holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed to... Council hall is filled with nervous silence. My daughter. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Serene Highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your daughter. What is her name? I don't get it. Cat 2. Excellent, Your Serene Highness. I got an achievement that says fresh air. I'm sure little Cat 2 will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Fresh out the tube. After a particularly long session at council, Avina comes to find you in your chambers. By the blood of the dead, I don't know how you stand all that talking. I like to talk as much as anyone, maybe more. But sometimes you just have to stand up and take action. Alas, it's the way things work. I was thinking, what if we did something to make things better? What does that mean? I've been reading scholars' papers about these herbs you can find in the Crown Lands. You can use them to treat wounds, but no one's done it on a wide scale before. If I had the equipment and reagents, we could do all kinds of research to help people. Ordinary people too, not just the nobles with the money for doctors. I like that. Make it happen. Spend 2,000 of my money. How exquisite. Happy day. I'll get to work within the week. No, the eve. She kisses your cheek before hurrying out to enact her plans. Mwah. Your August Majesty, I'm here to complain about Chief Emigami 2 again. This time, they even left a calling card with their signature after pillaging one of my caravans. The audacity. Oh, there's proof to this one. Oopsal Kobold has no more money. Emigami 2's wealth has increased by 750. Hello? You've, like, pillaged the land. You took their lemons. The council forced me to repay noble patrician Oopsal Kobolds for raids I never conducted in the first place. Let the crime fit the punishment. Now we're even. Depths below, it is not remotely how it works. I demand the council arrest this fool. Okay, well, I don't want this to happen. Alright, vote! Oh, sorry. B. For a second time, order Chief Emigami 2 to pay noble patrician Oopsal Kobold back in full. C. Consider the matter settled, no more raiding. D. Station troops along the northern coastal borders. I forgot I said I would read stuff. Okay. No more raiding. Everybody, cut it out. Depths below. You call this settled, your august majesty? I'm humiliated and out of pocket. Har, I think you'll find the council has spoken, howling great ninny. Thanks for lowering their defiance. Haha. Haha. Oh, end season. Oh, we get another little auction. So, your options are a library that increases stability, smile. A theater that lowers authority, frown. An aqueduct that increases farming for the counts. A grand bazaar that increases trade for the counts. We don't want that. A prison that lowers my stability. We don't want that. And the Thieves Guild, which lowers trade for the patricians. You can't see your money. Joe, you have 100 gold. And Oopsal Kobold has no money. Here. There you go. Alright, let's get voting. Would have thought the lemon economy would be so fruitful. I get it. You guys suck, man. Come on! The prison and the theater? Why does the theater lower my authority? It's fun. You guys are uncultured. Because I only show Hamilton. No! Making light of the crown, maybe. Oh. But that puts the Chiefs where they need to be. So I need to change that before the end of the season. Or else a bad thing will happen. The council session starts like any other. You're supposed to be debating farming subsidies with Yukijo too, and the other counts, but the chiefs are nowhere to be seen. Anyone seen a few lost chiefs this morning? Probably drunk in a ditch. Please, your highness, let us begin without them. I doubt they'll have anything useful to contribute anyway. You stand up to address your nobles. Just as you're about to call the council into session, there's a wobble. Not a little wobble, mind you. This entire building is shaking wobble. Earthquake! In the capital? Surely not. But then, what? Oh, this is your scheme happening, isn't it? Before she can say anything more, there's another wobble. This time it's more violent and loud. The chandeliers jingle, then shake madly. A crack in the masonry appears in a nearby column, then travels up, all the way to the attached ceiling. The stone column splits and starts to fall. Your Majesty, watch out! Those are load-bearing columns! Dive out of the way. You dive. A great slab of stone shatters the marble flooring where you've been standing a moment ago. Everyone descends into panic, shouting and running for the exit. Only your chief architect stands still, wailing loudly to anyone who will hear. The palace! Who could do this to my beautiful palace? Oh god. Run for the exit. Go back for Cat 2. Cry out for Avina. And get my child. Rush towards the stairs, ignoring the cries of your nobles and advisors. You have to make sure your heir is safe. But the palace is still shaking. Just as you're about to climb up the stairs to find Cat 2, there's another rumble from deep below. In the distance, is that the sound of a horn? Masonry is coming apart at an alarming rate. Chunks of rock are falling on your head even as you try to duck and run for cover. That's when it hits you. Actually, that's when two things hit you at once. The first is the realization that the chiefs have usurped you in the most destructive way possible. The second is a big stone slab. Everything goes dark. Father? Finally come to. Someone has lifted the rubble off of your shaking body. Hey! Hey, no! Through blurred vision, you can make out a figure. Chief Emigami 2. Gods, you're alive. Praise Morgana. They laugh heartily. Now I can finish you off myself. What happened to my daughter? Collapsing buildings aren't good for the health of young children. A shame it had to be this way. Where's Avina? Your wife? How should I know? Probably somewhere in this rubble. Now enough delay. This is where it ends. Wait. Perhaps we can come to an agreement? I think not. Arnie will be a better ruler than you could ever hope to be, Cat. And this is the last loose end. Their axe rises into the sky, glints in the sunlight, then falls. Yippee! Come on! Queen Cat's dramatic demise passed into northern legend. Whenever a tyrant rises in the capital, the chiefs smirk and pray to Oddheld. Rushing to complete the scheme, the counts attempted their blood ritual too early. The summoned demon escaped their control and slaughtered dozens, including Reisemer and Countess Yukijo. The patrician's attempt to replace the queen's advisors never panned out. One night, Lord Patrician Strategist 9 awoke to find a smiling spy master holding a knife to his throat and kindly asking him to desist. With their spectacular destruction of the palace, the chiefs quite literally squashed everyone who could claim the throne. And to think you vetoed Emily going to prison just 5 minutes ago. I don't want to be mean. Anyone except, of course, Arnie, who was crowned atop a heap of rubble the very next day. But his reign is a story for another time. Twice buried? Oh. God almighty. You may now continue a game. Completed games will create new saves, where you can continue the story of your dynasty. Your second game will include dynasty events, which continue the story of previous events. Your nobles will return to their previous regions and keep their wealth. Do we want to keep going? Or do we want to stop? It's 9:30. I'm having fun. We're going to bed? You know what? I think it's a good time to call it early then. It's a short Saturday stream. We can do this again. Maybe I'll schedule this for Monday for community night, and we'll just keep going. But I think this was really fun. All right. Thank you all for coming. I hope you had a fun time. I really like this game. See if we can raid anybody tonight. Oh, you know what? Gustosis is playing this really funny game that's on Roblox right now. That's kind of like a Jackbox, like, trivia thingy. It's really popular with a lot of people that I watch. It's really funny. I highly recommend it. So let's go give them a hello. What do we want to, do for our raid phrase? Ow! That wasn't nice.
Barf head.
No, stop! Barf head? Lemons? I like lemons. Okay, let's go. I'll see you guys next time. But for now, have a wonderful evening. Goodbye. No, not lemon party. Lemons. Okay. Bye.